Hello, my beautiful cast and crew, and none of the cast except for you. That's right. One person showed up from the cast, and I just want to say welcome. Appreciate you coming out. As I mentioned earlier on, I think this film has some correlation with the film we're about to make tomorrow, and I thought it'd be a good idea to show it just to kind of instill this optimism amongst ourselves and this collaborative spirit. And I think this film really initiates that, especially for people who have never seen it. I just kind of wanted to spend a little time, and I won't take a lot of time, it'll take me about 5 minutes. I just want to make this statement that is basically my attempt to reconcile such a vastly different film with the one that we're making tomorrow. So just bear with me, and for those of you who have read the script all the way through, this will hit hard. If not, it will at least pique your interest, I feel. So let me just go ahead and jump in with what I've written down. So thank you all for coming. So where do I start with this film? I watched it for the first time illegally. I looked it up randomly online one day because I heard so much about it. I watched it on a tiny window on my desktop computer. I didn't even give the film enough courtesy of initiating full screen mode on whatever media player I was using at the time. Despite this, it wasn't long before I would forget the world around me for the next 2 hours. It wasn't until I noticed the tiny media window again that I realized that the film had had my undivided attention from start to finish. In the realm of great films, Shawshank cannot be declared as an anomaly, and yet I find myself screening it for a cast and crew about to make a comedy, pointing out a distance in genre so vast it inevitably begs the question, what's the similarity between a goofy 90s era inspired comedy and a prison drama? Well, for starters, they were both made in the 90s, and that's a wrap. In my academic pursuits, despite everything I've learned, there's been nothing that's undermined my belief in the term universality. If that word is going to have any use at all, it's going to be making the case for relatability between things seemingly unrelatable. In our film, the one we're making tomorrow, over the course of a few days, a man faced with his own doubts about what comprises a successful man. At first, the issue is framed with reference to modern day, but by the end, we're witnessing the meaning of a successful man for all times, past, present, and future. In Shawshank, a man is imprisoned for crimes he may or may not have committed and forms a lifelong friendship with a fellow inmate, all leading to a redemption that testifies to the tenacity of the human spirit, past, present, and future. It's been said about films many times that they serve as entertainment. They also serve to inform or educate, and every once in a while a cinematic experience will elevate the format or push new boundaries of what moving pictures can do with regard to storytelling. While I think all three of these functions apply to Shawshank, I would note a fourth function, and I believe it to be the highest service a film can pay an audience member, and that is to remind or reassure, to stimulate knowledge that may lie in the deepest part of our consciousness. We can clap, we can learn, we can grow exponentially, and where these things feel new once at a time, the universality of some stories linger long in the memory because they are new every day. In turning our gaze to the film we're making tomorrow, our hero, Weston Williams, spends almost the entire runtime begrudgingly giving in to his baser impulses to be kind and considerate towards a homeless guy. Absolutely no other character in the movie encourages Weston to be sympathetic towards him. If anything, everyone encourages him to behave in the opposite direction towards him. So his habit of sympathy is the result of his own doing, and at any point he may be wrong. Our feelings of sympathy reach back to the beginning of our childhoods, and we're all grown adults now. To anyone who has ever felt bad for or tried to help someone who may or may not have even deserved it, I leave you with this quote from the movie you're about to see. Remember, Red, hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things, and no good thing ever dies. I will be hoping this letter finds you, and finds you well. Your friend, Andy. So kick back, grab some popcorn, some water, and enjoy what I consider to be the greatest film of all time. And I look forward to working with you all tomorrow. Godspeed.